Morning.
Hello. How's it
How
going?
are you? Oh, it's going
Good.
well. I'll go ahead and share my screen here and pull up what I've been working on. Oh, okay. Here it is. This is what I have been doing the last day or two, getting this automation all together. And these are all individual emails and text messages that are going out to the consumer based on actions, and whether or not they've opened the emails. So every single one of these that you see, these little gray ones, that's an email, that's an email, that's an email, there's an email. Here's another one. Here's the one I just made this morning. So each one, let me go back here.
I'm sending a text to the group. Are we the only two in it?
So far, Francisco is coming in. He just joined.
How is that you're sharing this? Oh, because you're logged in under the.
Yeah, I completed the integration on Zoom with my team this past week. So now you can open up the meeting in your browser, and it takes you from the Rise Page group back into the Zoom and back out to your Rise Page group.
Oh,
It's done through the browser instead of on the app.
I'm going to try that tomorrow then.
Yep. I don't know where Francisco went. Is he in here?
Hey, Brian, good morning. Yeah, this is
There you are.
Francisco. Hey, Christian, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I was
Good,
just
how
showing
are
Christian
you?
all the automation we put together here for Bear Quotes so far, and everything's Polar Bear Bob. I think we're just going to stick with Polar Bear Bob for Bear Quotes.
Okay.
But this is a 4-day follow-up. I'm going to get the 7 days done today on every account, and then tomorrow we can publish our first ads because they'll have at least a week of follow-ups if they become a lead, right? Or when they become a lead. So that would give us a good buffer to continue working on the automation in the background. I'll just take your feedback, if you do get a conversion from the automation, et cetera, we'll be able to track it. So that that'll set us up in a much better position. And if you guys have trouble hearing me today, I've woke up this morning with a little bit of a hoarse voice, not a sore throat or anything, just I don't know if it's a frog in my throat or so. If I sound like I'm trying to struggle to talk, I don't want to be screaming here. But,
How's your back?
My wife had an old pack of muscle relaxers she had held on to from when she threw out her back in the same area. And I didn't know she had those, so she gave me 2 of those this weekend, 2 nights in a row, and I feel great. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's all muscle related, and that did the trick. Guess I give Grace here a couple more minutes, see if she's going to jump on before we go too deep into it. Okay, I also had another question for you guys. We are sitting on about 500 now aged leads over the last month and a half that we generated between Facebook and Google, or 400 and some, maybe 420, I think is what we should be around at least. If we could take those records and put them into the CRM underneath Bear Quotes, that master list, we can create automations for that master list, and we can create leads from those aged leads as well by setting them up through these automated funnels and pipelines. We could set up a 30-day sequence to send to those emails and those phone numbers that we got via text message, right? Because we have permission to contact them. So it's just getting them into a sequence that will automatically run for a 30 to 45-day period. This is 4 days of automation. So to build that out, it's going to take time. But if we can get 7 days ahead and add 2-3 days every single day we get on here, which takes about 30 minutes to add 2-3 days on here, once you get good at it, which this morning I added these 2 emails because I'm starting to get used to it, and that took me about an hour, right? Just to get the follow-ups and everything set up and make sure the text message is matched, that I'm not repeating myself. I'd go into the other email and copied the actual message, right? So if we go in here and edit it, there's different messages in every email. So I have testimonials. There she is. I have testimonials, as well as, and these testimonials are just like, hey, we were able to give somebody, double the coverage for the same premium, or oh, somebody got 50% off their premium, or this person got
Due to insurance.
$1,000 refund of unearned premium, etc. Morning, Grace.
So Ryan, could you send us the what are the steps? What is the like the text number one? Looks like.
Here.
Give
you a look at each one. I could definitely send that to you. They've got, like, I could do a preview, but let's just go through it together here from the beginning to the end of what I've got for the first 4 days. And this is going to be the same for every account. It's just going to be separated by state, which is what we have set up already. Okay. So the welcome email comes in. You see it here. Welcome to Bear Quotes. Rar, you made it. Bear Quotes is the simplest way to get insurance quotes. Text quote anytime, be connected with an agent. Save the number in your phone, right? Give me 1 second here. I just got off the phone call with a client, and he's calling me back. I got to take this for 1 second. I won't be longer than a minute. I just got to tell him I'm on a call.
Okay.
Hey, Jody, I'm on another call with another client. Is this urgent? Okay. All right. Sounds good. Bye. All right. So we will automatically search for your best rates as soon as you share your name and email with us, right? So that's what we want them to do. So any link that's the phone number or contact an agent via text or any of the buttons is a text message, because that's what we have set up to go into our automated CRM. And we want to have them share at least their contact info before we start the quoting process, right? Because what I found out. Go ahead.
I'm no, sorry. So the first contact is the text, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially with these age data, like these 400 records, if we take your Excel spreadsheets and just upload them into Bear Quotes, they will reply to the automated messages, and we will just separate them based on state, based on the area code for now, which would work. Go to New Mexico if it's in New Mexico, etc. Or even better yet, we could take them, since we already have them separated by state, we would just upload them to each individual one based on state and set up the automation behind it, which is something I want to do this week, because I think we could get some fresh leads off of the data you have already generated. Even with Bear Quotes, right? Because it's just insurance in general. So anything, again, link, phone number, or button does the texting process with this automated pipeline that I set up. So we have, does the match, the lead match the following, which is has not opened the first email, Bear Quotes welcome email, right? So if we come over here, we can see that we have a follow-up because they have not opened it. Okay, send them a follow-up email, and the follow-up email is the same thing, right? It's just repeating the same thing. I sent you a welcome email, but you didn't open it. That's okay though. Here's a reminder. Okay. Now it's going to send them a text message. Hey, I just shot you another email, right? You can see here, it's Polar Bear Bob from Bear Quotes. I sent you an email with instructions to get the easiest insurance quotes ever. Check when you get a chance, right? It waits for 2 hours to see if they've opened up this email. And if they haven't, then it sends them another text message. If they have, it starts them down the next part of the pipeline. So let's zoom out. You can follow these lines and it will take you to the next part, which is to wait for a day and then send another email. Testimonial number 1. My client, and this is just arbitrary, and this is just to put it in here for now. My client, John, got $798 cash back from requesting a quote with Bear Quotes. All he had to do was text quote. And to get connected with an agent, we will automatically search for the best rates as soon as you share your name and email with us, right? Repeat it with a text a live agent now option. There should have been a logo here. Let me go ahead and update that for you guys. So do you see where I'm going with this automated process to just keep pushing them to the same action over and over?
Mhm.
kind of repeating yourself, because we don't want to make it more difficult than it needs to be. We really just want them to start by texting us so we can get their info in real time and get back in contact with them. So as you can see here, this right here is a link that sets up that automated SMS. This does the same thing, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and close this out. There. So we updated that email. Let's zoom out a little bit, which was right here, testimonial 1. So then we do the same process we did before, which is did they open it or did they not? Did they match the following conditions? Has not opened. Well, if they do match the following conditions, has not opened, right? Yes, we want to send them a text message. Hey, check this out, right? We waited though for 6 hours before we do this, right? So, hey, check out that email. Then we wait another 2 hours. Have they opened it yet? No. Send them another email or another text message reminder to open that email. Then we move them to here no matter what, because we want to keep taking them down the pipeline. Our goal is to get them to open up an email and click the button for the phone number or click the button to text to an agent, right?
Right.
So every single time we create a new opportunity, it has the same call to action in the email. We're just changing the story. So if we go to this one, don't get caught underinsured, right? Never ceases to amaze me that people operate their vehicles or host parties at their homes without proper coverage. How do you know if you have the proper coverage? Well, here are some tips. Check your insurance policy. If it's older than 1 year, get a review. In fact, text us now and we'll get you in contact with an agent. So how many people typically when they're shopping insurance, or if they have the thought to shop it, have most likely had their current insurance provider for over a year, right? That's kind of who we're looking for. We don't want the people who jump every 3 months, right? So through the actual funnel, the pipeline, the automation, we're trying to weed out the consumer we want as opposed to what we don't want. Farmers is not going to want somebody who shops every 3 months, right? Now, if they've had their insurance for over a year, we have a better chance of giving them what lower rates, right? So the guess would be, okay, well, if they go and they check and it's been over a year and then they text us, now that's a better lead than somebody who's just shopping because they shop every 3 months. Does that make sense? What we're doing in these emails?
Mhm.
Okay. So the
It-
second one I gave them here, oh, go ahead.
No,
Hang on.
I'm just I was thinking you're gonna take it down right away. I was still reading it.
Nope. Yeah, keep reading
Yeah.
it. Make sure you have 2 deductibles on your auto insurance policy. So what I want is comp and collision, right? If they just have one, that means they don't have comprehensive, most likely.
Comp.
They've probably got collision, right? If you only have one, reach out to us. We'll get you in contact with a reputable insurance agent. We want to make sure you're fully covered. Don't be underinsured, right? But we're trying to catch people who might have a reason to go check their policy, and then we've got a 50-50 shot of being right. Do you have full coverage or not? Do you have one deductible or 2? Well, I've got 1. All right, text us. Well, if they've got 2, hey, you've got a chance of them saying, well, let me text them anyway, right? We're giving them things to do, actions to take in order to be in a better position. So hopefully if they take that action, they'll think of us while they're doing it, right? If you believe you have enough coverage, it never hurts to check. So we reiterate, hey, look, we just want you to go check your insurance, because that's what we're trying to get them to do, is start that process as a whole. That way you know exactly where you stand. I'm going to go grab a hot chocolate and my bear scarf. If you need anything, let me know. So now we're trying to get them to chuckle while they're reading this email, right? Emotions, like I said before with Facebook, you know how you had to establish authority, incite an emotional response, and then give a clear call to action. Our brand establishes enough authority by itself. It tells them what we're trying to do just in the logo and the name, right? So now when we send these emails, especially in the follow-ups, like the later follow-ups, we need to be playing on their emotions. These, oh, Sherry got, $500 of refunded unearned premium. That's 5 cold hard Benjamins, which is what comes up here in a second, right? So that's the third email they get, which is a second testimonial. Then it waits for 12 hours and immediately sends them a follow-up text message. Hey, look, go check your email. So those 400 leads we have already, if those numbers that they gave us are their cell phones, which probably 80 to 90% will be cell phones, we can give them call to action to go check their email for what we just sent them, right? Same logic here. If it doesn't open the email, the lead, then we send them a reminder, right? And that's after 12 hours. And then we wait another 2 hours and we send them another reminder if they still haven't opened it. But we still, at the end of the day, funnel everybody into here to another day's delay. So then we send another follow-up email. This one, again, thought I'd drop in to share what's happened to one of our clients we helped. She was able to walk away with $500 back. What could you do with an extra $500? Same call to action. She texted quote to us, find me some deals. Right now we're just playing with the words that are going to get them to take action. So when we go back and we see people are clicking on these links and these emails, well, which email is getting them to click the links, and what did we say in that link that got them to click? And then we go back through the emails and we change them all to what worked, right? So every single email has a different call to action in the text. It may just be the phone number, or it may say she texted quote to us. Any type of underlined link, we A/B test that text that's underlined. We do the same thing with the buttons. So every time there's a button in an email, it says something different. Find me some deals, text an agent now, get me in contact with someone, right? Did you guys get through that one already?
Yeah.
Here at the end, a little funny. I'm going to go grab a hot chocolate now. Bye-bye, right?
You know what, Ryan? I gotta tell you that you're really having fun with bear quotes.
I am. It's a really good brand, and I think we
Those
can.
cute things that you're coming up with are so good.
And I think it's going to bode very well for the consumer. We just have to get it in place first so that we don't have to keep coming back to this and we can actually track what's happening when they go through. And
Do
I
you
think
think
we
we're
might
going
have
to
some.
struggle like we did with Seguros on the area, like target area?
No, and here's what happened yesterday. I had a client who started getting health insurance leads from Google calls in Spanish. And I did an ad review with him, and he went back to create a new ad with the keyword search terms that were converting for him. And Google didn't even have any recommendation for those keyword search terms in trends. So it's kind of a confirmation that the Spanish language with Google advertising is pretty much unexplored territory. There's just not a lot of data for the Spanish language when it comes to keyword search terms and A/B testing those actual funnels, because what's happening is these consumers are searching, and I can't remember the videos in the group on Rise page. It's under Louis Cosme, if you guys want to go watch it. But it's about a 15-minute video when we review those keywords that they were searching, and they were nothing compared to what we had assumed they would be when we created the ad to begin with. But then we went to trends.google.com to see how often they'd been searched, and there's literally no data. So, they're kind of in the same place you are on the Spanish side, which is you're kind of in uncharted territory when it comes to Google ads. And Facebook might be the best place for that with the Spanish side, because that's a text ad. You're talking to them in Spanish, they're reading it in Spanish. And that may be why we had such good results to begin with on Facebook.
So when I was talking to Grace yesterday, for about 45 minutes, I was researching Hablamos Seguros, which is a Spanish lead generation company. And I went through it and requested a quote. And it is crazy, Ryan. Their website is in English. And then it says, would you prefer the lead would you prefer an English speaking agent or a Spanish speaking agent? When you go through and do it, not when you fill out the information, when you get the callback and it says, like, we encourage you to choose either, so you can have a lot more opportunities. And I took a picture of a screenshot of every single page, because on their home, they had 5 pages, which their questions were interesting to me. They're different than what we normally ask. And their leads are a straight $15. You can't go with a preferred or a non-standard lead. But what's crazy is I filled the lead thing out. I used my Yahoo address, put all the information for my home and how soon I needed it. And still, I have yet to be contacted.
It's
And
very
it's,
interesting.
it says there's 7 good agents around me that from 7 different carriers that would have been contacting me. And it said, when is your closing? And I just put within a week, it gives you that option. But it was
Yeah.
crazy to me that the whole thing was in English. And then
Kristen, it
yes,
says right
It's
there
even
that you
crazier.
click on Spanish in the corner.
well, I know, but it starts in English.
I see.
And then Umberto did the same thing, because we were like wondering, like, I wonder if we should change our verbiage on our Seguros agent lead sheet, but theirs is way longer than ours.
And this is, pardon my French, but archaic, I think is the right word. I don't know if that's French or not.
Well, they're
But
in our marketing lead store, Ryan. That's why I was like,
this
okay,
is
fine, I'll buy some
so-
Spanish leads. But you can't even sign up with them as, to buy their leads. Have you, Francisco or Grace, ever tried to use them before?
I did, but I never got a call back. I have
I know
tried
that's, yeah,
3 times. This is the one that we have on
marketing.
our, yes, I was looking for live or anything on Spanish. I have called them 3 times on my, since I am
Yeah.
on Farmers, and I have never gotten any calls back. I don't know if they're still in business or not.
I was kind of wondering the same thing, and I asked Maria Brown, who's the head of all of this, and she said yes. And I thought,
Well,
what? This
they
is
don't-
crazy.
They don't
But they
return all
don't
of them.
They don't integrate with Apex, I know that. But their lead, like, I just wanted to see what kind of quotes I was going to get back using them
yeah.
to see the quality of
Interesting.
leads I would be purchasing. Because I'm really just doing it for the hell of it to see how to compare and learn. It was just odd.
Mhm.
So I don't know that they use Google either.
Weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, that's odd. But yeah, so I've got about 4.5 days, I think, worth of automation, maybe 5 days here with this last email, which is just a quick reminder, and then it just says the deals are certified awesome, right? Savings of up to 50% compared to the previous premium, nearly $1,000 refund of unearned premium, and double the coverage for the same or lesser costs, right? We can most likely help you too, right?
Yeah.
So this one has 3 call to actions. So I'm going to always keep building these out and updating as the days go on. How many aged records do you guys think you have between the 3 offices where we could put them into an automated sequence and just run bear quotes to them cold?
What do you mean?
Pardon the pun.
You mean like do the pre-quote and send them quotes?
Like, do you guys, not even the pre-quotes, just a follow-up like this automated where we just usher them into an automation where it gives them the call to action to get in contact with us for an insurance quote, and we just run it to any aged leads you guys have in your databases that you haven't been working, or who you may do some calls
Oh,
through,
I
etc.,
see.
like that.
All leads. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah,
just run
holy
some
cow.
cold campaigns. Yeah, if you've got a lot, we can run it through this, and we can use
A
Gmails.
lot.
I wonder
Uh-huh,
how we could
and
extract it though. So my stuff, I mean, I'm still waiting for my leads to be transferred over. And when I checked yesterday, I was up to 42,000, but I mean, I buy 10,000 a month for 20 years, so it's not accurate,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure how I could extract that to run this on this automation, because Farmers
if you
has our
can,
stuff on lockdown.
there's no way to export via CSV.
No, I don't think so. I think they
I have mine, all of them via CSV. I mean,
You do?
yes. Well, yeah, because I save them after I
Okay.
put them on the system.
Yeah,
I got them on Excel sheets. Probably not
that's
all of them,
awesome.
but a
We could
whole
we
bunch of
could
them.
we could upload all those right into your CRM here, and we could start some cold campaigns on that this week here. Grace,
Holy
and
good
get
God.
some new leads out of that for you. Francisco, if you guys can try and find any lead lists you've purchased or anything like that in the states you work in over the last year at least.
Well, I have like
Um,
my upcoming ones for my homes, like 5,000 right now.
Oh,
That's gonna
perfect.
come in the next
So
90
have
days.
email and phone.
I have all the addresses, 2,600 phone numbers. I don't think I have email, but I have to check. Because these
So
are
If you
Ryan,
do have email, we could do a text
question.
message campaign.
So do
These
you
are for
recommend to upload the CRMs with, like hundreds of leads, or just campaign by campaign? You know what I mean? Because we have like a commercial leads, we have auto, we have home, we have different kind of leads. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you're thinking like a hundreds of leads at the same time under just one campaign name, or it will be better to separate campaigns. Um,
A home auto, like,
Yeah.
or yeah, like quotes not
Yeah.
taken,
If you
or
can, you don't want to remarket to your consumers, your current
okay.
clients. So get rid of clients in any way, shape, or form. But other than that, just anybody that you have at least the email and phone number for, we can burn through Gmails on, and we can at least, I mean, because if you've got thousands, we can probably get tens, if not close to 100 leads out of 10,000 to
Sure.
20,000 records.
I got one list right in front of me with 4,700 from Quote Wizard that I saved.
But then how do you separate
That's
the new
perfect.
ones? And how do you separate the new ones that are going to be coming in, fresh?
We'll have them. Again, we're gonna make this as simple as possible. So we're gonna have them text those keywords, and your keywords are set up different for each CRM, right?
Yeah,
So
no,
like
but
if it,
like if, for example, in Illinois, if we upload, I don't know, 4,000 leads, for example, right? Like
yeah,
all clients, things like that. And then we start receiving the fresh ones from, Facebook, Google. How do we separate those? Because the
oh,
fresh.
easily just on tags. We'll set up tags to separate them
Oh,
inside your CRM. So you go to contacts
okay, so there's a way
over
to
here.
separate, right? And see
Yeah,
which
I'll show it to you here real quick, just so you can see it. Is manage tags right here. Then this is, you'll see all the tags that we have set up.
You-
It's a little
No.
slow today. As you can see, all the tags, I don't know why these are in here for you guys. Just ignore them for now. I've got a support request trying to go out to hide this stuff from you guys. But you can see your Bear Quotes English, Bear Quotes Auto, Bear Quotes Home, Bear Quotes Lead. I've already separated Spanish, Life, all the different ones by state: New Mexico, Indiana, Illinois. So all these tags will set up where to go and what type of lead. New versus old, that'll be a matter of you seeing the lead come through and checking your system, right? And if it does, you just give them a call back and say, hey, I thought I'd follow up with you and see if we could do a review, right? If
right.
they're current clients, because evidently they're shopping, right? But yeah, so that's how we would set them up to different lists, is that way. But yeah, this guy called in to Bear Quotes last night, really late at night, and wasn't feeling well. So he asked some questions about Medicare, and I was like, look, dude, I'm not licensed. For that, you need to, if you're not feeling good, go to the emergency room, So we'll go ahead and delete this one because he wasn't really shopping for insurance here last night. But that was from no ads, so that was an organic call. So that's a good sign,
That is.
right? So that came through organically, which is good. But other than that, yeah, those are the automations I've had set up so far. What we just reviewed there. I need to build out a couple more, and I think tomorrow we could set up our first ad. Once we get at least 7 days on each one of your automated CRMs, and then today, if you can get me those lists via email, I'll start running those today before the end of the day. So we should
I'm
have some
sending you
opens and
one
clicks by
right now.
tomorrow.
I could give you like
Awesome.
my aged lead store list that I just bought for my telemarketer, but
Perfect.
it's less than 500 names though.
I know Troy's Troy. What's his last name?
Yes,
Troy.
Grace.
Troy,
Troy.
anyways, I have bought them for her, but I can give them to you.
Yeah, we could run one on that. Hopefully
I
we
mean,
get.
it's tiny, but it's less than 500 names, but it does have numbers and whatever. I'll find it and get that one.
I
for
mean,
you.
hey, maybe worth going and buying a really old list. Just get 10,000 records in New Mexico. That's like up to a year old from Troy.
Okay,
Or I've got a guy I can pull them from too, and we can see what happens. If you need
I
to.
can get them.
Yep, do that, and then we'll just set up the automated messages to go out, and we'll just burn through some Gmails.
That's a great idea. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
Where
that.
do I
This will
send
be-
you where do I send you this list?
You can send it to admin@risepage.com, or you can send it to birddogbilling@gmail. Either
Which one do you prefer, though?
Admin@risepage is where I'm trying to move everything to for my business.
Okay. I'll do that today too, Ryan.
Cool. And the quicker you get them to me, I'll just pump them straight through this automation I have set up already on each one of your guys' CRMs. So you'll see that running by the end of the day if you log in.
Okay, and then where are the leads funneling to though? That's where we log into RisePage?
Nope. It's just, yep, on.
You were going
show
to
you
set
here.
something automatic for us to get it?
Yeah, it automatically goes into your pipeline on your CRM. So if you come here and click Manage Pipeline,
Mm-hmm.
it should open up your CRM because I gave you that updated login info. It's C Slayton with Farmers One.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see it just like this when you log in. I'm in your account here, and under automations is the system
Leads.
that's going to go out.
Okay.
This is what we just built.
Okay.
Under contacts is where you find the leads, and they'll post in here if they text your keyword to
Okay.
our 1-800 number
Okay.
and go through the automation. Make sense?
Awesome.
What's the email
Alrighty.
again? RisePage?
Yeah, admin@risepage, ADMIN.
Admin. RisePage.com.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
Okay,
And I'm just gonna.
I'm sorry. Last time we talked, you said that you were going to work on working on to send us like either an email or a text to alert us of the leads.
Yes, ma'am. That's through Zapier.
Okay.
So we can test that real quick. So
I think
all
all
we
of
have
us
to
should
do-
enter our own information as a lead and see how that works.
Yep. So let's do new contact. Added to list. Send text message.
Already sent you my list.
So if we have somebody come in and hit Grace, your list,
Okay.
couldn't find the contact. That's all right. Let's do this. So I just need to find which one we did for Texas. Fairplace, Illinois. Fairplace, Texas, Wisconsin. New Mexico. Bear, is that the one we did for Texas? Yep. So if you text the word bear, BEAR, to 833-321-1238 there, Grace, and enter your information. Your keyword is bear. So your text messages and emails that these leads receive, if they're in New Mexico and we set them up in your funnel,
You mean Texas?
when they I'm sorry, Texas. Yeah, not New Mexico. Texas, and we set them up in your funnel that way. If they click the button in the email, it will open up their text message app and it will pre-fill the word bear instead of quote or, the different words. That's how we assign it, Francisco, to answer your question. When they reply to this with their name, email, and phone, it tags them as Bear Texas. And when it tags them as Bear Texas, it puts them into Grace's list in her CRM.
Okay. So that's my keyword for Illinois.
Your keyword for Illinois was, I believe, agent.
Naked bear.
Naked bear. Wisconsin is agent. Insurance. Insurance is Illinois. If you want to write these down.
Yes. And Indiana.
Insurance agent, bear, policy. Policy is New Mexico there, Christian.
Okay.
And then,
Okay, but this is what they are going to see from our text. My question was, once they go on the CRM, is there something that is going to push them to our phones just to alert us if that is a quote?
yep, that's what. If you go and enter your information real quick, we're going to set that up right now.
Okay. Where do I enter
Um,
my information?
Ryan, is the
text-
keyword
text-
case sensitive, just out of curiosity?
It shouldn't be, but I would write it down case sensitive if you share it.
Where do you want me to enter the information?
You text the word bear to 833
Oh,
321 1238 on your cell phone. I'll give you that number again.
bear. Yeah, give me the number.
833
Okay,
321
okay.
1238. So if you text bear with a capital B, B-E-A-R, not B-A-R-E,
The minute
B-E-A-R.
the minute I type it, I got a message that says, "Hoo-ha, welcome to Shimsend."
For bear?
Yeah, we made broadcasting text messages easier than peeling a banana.
Okay, well, I'll change that. I don't know why that's not updated, but B-E-A-R is what you sent, right?
B-E-A-R. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
odd because right here.
And then,
it says
okay,
bear.
I got burr. It's called in the article. We don't tell you. Why don't you tell me your first name? So now this is from our system.
Yeah,
So let me see.
good.
The previous one was from November 18.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
It's called in the article. That's cool. So, okay, so I got this message back and now I'm actually in with the person.
Yeah, did you reply with your name and email yet?
No.
Reply with your first name first.
So just introduce myself or just say Grace.
Grace. Yep.
Okay. Oh, thanks for, well, I got my bear sweater and me. Send me your email so we can stay in contact. This is cool.
So Francisco just did insurance.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it was testing the
job.
system here. Yeah.
Did you
You know
do
what,
case sensitive, Francisco? 'Cause
I
I know
I
our
did
clients are gonna
duplicate.
do that.
I
And then
did
reply with
everything.
your email there, Grace.
Me reply with me. Okay, so I'm acting like a customer?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
But Ryan, question. After I inputted my email, I get a text, right, that says, "Sorry, thanks for the email. If you ever want to request a new quote in the future, just text quote." Is that because
So it's because we've already gathered your info. So what will happen is when it texts quote, it will automatically update the contact as a new lead, right? So we'll see that come through the system as a new lead. It'll just update the contact as somebody who just requested a quote. That's all it does.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, so I type quote and then it gives me the first message. Just call on the Eric. Why don't you tell me your first name?
Okay. So give me 1 second here.
So the one
So
that
Grace
says, the
came
one that
through.
Francisco was referring to, it almost seems like a dismissal. Thanks for the email. If you ever want to request a new quote in the future, that
I see.
kind
Mm-hmm.
it
I see what
seems
you're
like,
saying.
okay, you're done with me, kind of.
At this point, what we can do is they're going to get the email and the text message, right? So we'll just say, so we need to change that then real quick. But let me show you this before we move on to that point, just to make sure that this works. So you came in, you entered your info there, Grace. I've got you. It should have already tagged you. Boom. Bear Texas, Bear Quotes Lead, and Bear Level 1, meaning it just came in. Okay. So if we go to CRM, log out, G Calderon. Should see you in here. Boom. So when you come in here, you'll see the different tags that you have, right? So you see how it's on Bear Quotes master list, right?
Bear quotes.
Yeah, we had that set up that would hit all you guys. I need to make that change to where it just sends it to you directly and not to everybody at the same time. I had originally had it set up where a copy would go to the master list, right? But what that does though is it does this. Let me show you. It now posts it into yours under your contacts as well. Here, Christian. But it's because it's under this list. Show you this one. Right. So she just went into that master list for you. So if we open up that master list, you should see Grace, right? So that way I originally had it set up that way so you guys could all have a copy of all the leads generated because this is a joint effort. But it really doesn't make sense unless you guys just want to make sure that leads are coming in for each other. You know, because otherwise anybody who goes through your funnel there, Christian, is going to come into this list. Christian Slayton Bear. And this is where your leads in particular are going to be. But if you just go to your overall contacts here and you don't search by list and you go to all, it's going to show you what's in that Bear Quotes master list as well. Okay. I don't know if it's up to you guys. If you want to keep that master list on your account, you just have to remember to come in here and filter by list when you're looking for your leads.
I don't know. What do you think, guys? Okay. So back to the replies.
So here we should have the trigger come through for Grace Calderon Bear. Test it. We should have a lead now. There you are. Okay. So that came from our text message app and it posted into your CRM. And now that it posted into your CRM, we want to send you a text message notification. What's your cell phone, Grace? Give me 1 second.
30.
1 second here. I apologize. I was one step ahead. All right.
160.
Is it in here? This one?
Yes.
All right. 1630.
956 4566.
Awesome. Oh, Christmas music playing everywhere. It's here already. I can't believe it. All right. So we'll just send it from here. I'll go ahead and test this for you, Grace.
There we are. It came for a 317 number.
Cool. That's the one then. So go ahead and save that number as bear quotes or bear
Bear
quotes
quotes.
lead, maybe. Bear quotes leads. And that way it shows up on your phone. You know what it is when you see it, even if you're busy and you just have to glance.
This is less
And then
invasive than a call. Yeah.
Yeah, save it to whatever you need as a reminder there, and then we'll do Francisco here real quick. I'll send one to you and Gabriella. Or any other team members you want it sent to as well. So we want to do Gabriella Reyna. Oh, it should have. Continue. There. Looks like I've got to do some more automation on the back end for you here, Francisco. I didn't post there. Let me log in and see what's going on.
Yeah, because I was looking at, you know, Bear, any contacts.
Let's see here. Gabriella add. You know what? I think I only did one tag. No, I did all the tags. You know what? I think you were already in my system here, Francisco. I need to purge you. Can you
Sure.
let me purge you from there and purge you from the CRM.
Okay.
Come on. There you are, right? That's why. See, you're set up in here. I bet you it tagged you. No tags, huh? Weird. Should have tagged you. That was the email you used, is it not? Can you do it with a new email? This one doesn't have a phone number. Do it with a different email.
Okay. You know
And
what?
then
Because the one
text,
that I did this morning, I used my Yahoo email.
Yeah, and you've already got an account set up with Yahoo. Oh, you did use your
Yeah,
Yahoo email?
Yeah, I used the Yahoo email this morning.
Give me 1 second here. So we did rates. Bear quotes, Bear, Indiana. Rates. So,
Oh, you know what? I see a different number. Oh, okay. So now it is.
text rates to this number and go through the process.
Okay. Let me do it one more time. That's what I did this morning, but let me do it one more time. So Okay, so I'm gonna do rates, right? We're texting rates. Okay, rates. Okay, so I get the first text. And I'm gonna do the Yahoo account. So this time.
Okay.
Okay, so I got the sorry text. Thanks for the email. If you ever want to request a new quote in the future, just text quote to this number. So
Yeah.
it seems like it's finding me in their system.
Yep. So that went through. There we go. Okay, so I need to claim it, but it should have been tagged already. Boom, 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 bing, bing, boom. Now go check your CRM here. So let's try
Yeah, I'm
erase.
checking the CRM. Yes, I'm there now.
You should be in there then.
Yes, I am in Bear, Indiana now.
Okay. And these leads, I mean, Dominic, that's a lead. You guys can get in contact with him. He's out of Indiana. This other one was out of, I think one of them was out of Indiana right here, 317. So that's yours, right? These are all numbers that called into Bear Quotes. So you can call them back, but they're cold leads, right? Because they happened a couple days ago. But there you are, Francisco at Yahoo. So that pinged through. So let's go ahead and refresh this. Because that came to, if you go to your lists here, actually we can just sort up here, go to Gabriella Reina Bear. That's where you find your leads, right? And you can obviously delete yourself now, right? But let's go ahead and get this text message set up. So continue, should pull into your list then, or your lead. There you are. And this is one, Zapier, that you just kind of set and forget. You know, we'll be editing this because it just notifies you of new leads. So get that there. What's your cell phone, Francisco?
630.
Oh, say that again. You broke up.
630.
Oh wait, it's in here, isn't it? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
1630 939
I just have one more question. Do you want
0176. And what's Gabriella's?
already been maybe I'll go back on
Is this, so, but don't you guys get text to your office too?
Yeah, but this text, Ryan, is just to let us know there is a new lead, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
just that one was added to your CRM. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But you know what? We can use just mine. Yeah, Gabby's not, working on like new leads, so that's fine.
Gabby's fired.
We haven't even heard from her in months.
Yeah. She lost a lot of privileges on this group.
I know we can't do this today, guys, but Ryan, before, can you help Francisco set up a billing system for us? I mean, I know I don't have any leads yet, but I know I need to pay for traffic, and I don't all of a sudden want to have like what I had to do to everyone and give $2,000 bills to people.
Yeah.
And it's so minimal right now, but we have a way better way to do the billing on the Google part, or you know what you and I talked about. Can you help us help Francisco? I'll figure that part out later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that all squared away and we'll set up billing for you guys. And if you want to do it, the best way for you guys to do it is all to just set up like a Stripe account yourselves and just
Yeah.
invoice each other. PayPal I get frustrated with because they'll just freeze your account without any warning. And like say you try and send somebody $2,500, they'll just freeze it and say, oh, it'll be 90 days before you have access to your cash again. So I do not recommend PayPal at all.
What
But
about a
Stripe,
credit card?
well, you can do a credit card to pay. It's just the invoicing that you kind of want to track for business purposes,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I would just set up like a basic Stripe or a basic Square account, not Square. Stripe would probably be your best bet for this because it's digital. And I would just send manual invoices maybe weekly or automated invoices weekly, make a budget. And that way they just pay $250 a week automatically. And you
Mm-hmm.
just stop the ads once it hits the ad budget, right? Something like that.
It sounds super simple, but we'll definitely need help setting it up the first time. I just,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it took me freaking a couple of hours to do that Facebook billing. And I thought, okay, I'm going
Yeah.
to have to figure this out a different way.
Getting new.
And Ryan, before before we finish the meeting today, I just want to share maybe I received an email from Google. They want us to verify the operation of
Of your business.
Yeah, like a business operation verification. So they're asking me a
Yeah,
lot of questions.
just do your Ponce Reina insurance company.
Okay. Because they're asking me about segurosagent.com. So should I say that is
Just say it's a funnel we use for Hispanic insurance leads, and we own Ponce Reina Insurance.
okay?
We have a couple. Tell them you have a couple white labeled funnels with different branding that you use to generate the leads, but it's all managed underneath Ponce Reina Insurance Company.
Okay.
Google just wants to make sure that you guys aren't taking advantage of people, which I understand.
Yeah.
And Google, this will help with like Google Verify My Business or Google My Business. Those will both help with the organic search as time goes on. And I think it might be smart for you guys to incorporate bear quotes, because once you start getting this rolling, like you're already having people, like there was an agent who called in looking for leads, and that was just from organic search. There was no ad running toward him.
Well, maybe
So-
after we get it figured out, we
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be smart. Now let's finish. Christian, I know. Can you
You
text?
guys remember how it is to create a corporation?
What's that? How easy it is or difficult it is?
No,
It's
no.
not very difficult.
Can we do it ourselves? So we need to, because my accountant did mine.
Oh yeah, you can do it yourself online, and then you
Okay.
can just set each other up as officers or members. Either way.
Okay.
So what was the one that we had? Was it agent? Is that what we have for New Mexico here?
policy.
Policy. So go ahead and text policy to that 833-321-1238 there, Christian. Let's get your notification set up.
833-321. What is it? 833-321.
1238.
1238. Okay. I need to save
then-
that. number. Okay, so we tested this with me, Ryan, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
again.
we did, and do it again because I just want to make sure that it's pulling through for these notifications of new leads. I may have to purge your contact info and have you text it one more time after you enter your info in, but just to make sure.
Okay, I did it with the email.
Okay, taking a minute here to catch
Should
up.
I text quote?
Text policy
Oh, because it says in my automation to text quote.
anytime.
And
In
no,
the,
it says in the future, this is the part that we need to fix.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
then if you text quote, it restarts the process again. So go ahead and text quote and see the message that you get is like, give me your name again.
I got it. So Christian came through.
oh yeah, that is true.
This is still
It-
uploading to Active Campaign here. Give it a second. So when I have it text quote, maybe what I can do for now is anytime anybody texts quote, we can just update the contact, right, on Active Campaign. And we can update it with a tag, and we can make that tag like a,
But that's what that's what they're wanting anyways, right?
yeah, that's true. This is why they texted it. I think the only reason why we have quote in this whole mess is because that's what the word we started with before we decided to do individual tags. So maybe we
Oh,
just get rid of that altogether, and we say just text this number anytime rather than text quote, right?
or just
Okay,
eliminate
but-
that step, because it's a confusing thing, because they're thinking, okay, I want to quote.
But they're talking
Maybe-
about the future.
Yeah, but
Sure.
so maybe after we do the quote, then we can say it, after we give them the quote, we can say, save our number in the future.
Yep.
During
I'll
the
do that then.
process, I think Grace is right. It's a little bit confusing.
Wonder if we could send
Oh.
a V card.
Send for the, thanks for, oh yeah, that'll be a great idea. So it can go straight to
This.
your cell phone.
So I've tried this before and it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Even if I just do this and add a phone number, 833-321-1238, and save it. So there's that, right? So now we can choose in the automation to send it. So let's go to policy and let's try it, and I'll text it here and see if it sends it back, because it just wasn't working before.
If I was going to save that 833 number in my phone, would I save it as bear quotes?
Mhm.
That's
Well,
what.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
and-
the other one is bear quotes leads. You're gonna have to save the 317.
Bear quotes.
Thanks for the email. Do you ever need help? Just text this number.
No, let me just see what I read with that. I'm sorry. I feel like, okay, this is it. We're dismissing, and we're just in the middle of gathering information. So thanks for the email. Maybe, by the way, save this number in case you need it in the future. So let's keep on going, or something like that.
Or
Yeah,
just
save our
not
number.
even send this one.
Right.
Well, let's see if we can send the V card, right?
But save our number for the future also sounds like bye-bye.
Yeah, it seems dismissive.
Save our number, exclamation point.
And then
Your
continue saying, now let's keep on
information.
going, or something.
Sure. How many vehicles do you have?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then we can add that to a new field, right? I'll have to add new fields in here for you, like vehicles and stuff like that,
Okay.
which is stuff I can do on the back end here. Let's just say date of birth for now, just so I can test this. What's their date of birth? So if they reply, it goes to date of birth, and the tag, we don't need any more tags, right? So I'm going to go ahead and test this by texting policy. Give me 1 second. All right, so 833-321-1238, and it was policy. Let me purge myself here.
I type policy and it says, it is Colin Eric. Why don't you tell me your first name so I know who I'm speaking with?
Yeah, because this is the cold, that if you go and fill that information out again, it's really not going to do anything for you, because this is the cold message we're getting for new leads.
Okay.
So once they text that quote, they're going to be ushered into a client, like or not a client, but like a level 1 tag. So the level 1 tag then will usher them into just a conversation. And if we can get them to text quote. Maybe if they text quote, it replies back and it says, great, let's
Working on it.
continue. Yeah, or great, let's get you in contact with an agent. Right.
Mhm.
So let's do policy. Ryan. Email. Admin. Oops, wrong email. That's right though. Does not want to send me that V card for some reason.
Oh.
I tested this before and it just didn't work. See, it sent it right there.
Mhm.
Shows it sent it, but I don't have anything on my phone.
I see.
So I can keep working on that stuff in the back end here. I'm gonna have to do some more testing and figure out how to get that to work. But other than that, if you guys can get me your lists, I'll start sending some cold messaging to your age data, and then we can get our ads back up and rolling either tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. So
I send you mine, so you want to try one. They're like close to 5,000.
okay, perfect. I'll get in there and
And I'll get one
and,
today.
I
that
didn't
sounds
delete
good.
any of the fields, so you use whatever on the Excel sheet.
Yep, that sounds good, and I'll get those uploaded today.
Thank you
Alright.
so much, Ryan.
Thank you,
You're
Ryan.
welcome.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good day.
Anytime.
Just one
You
question,
too.
really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I received the tax confirmation that a quote was submitted from a 331, like a different number. Is that the bird code number too, or is that a different number?
That 317 that just said the new lead came in for you.
Yeah, no,
that
and I got a, like as a customer, I got a text from the 331-215-6618.
that's the number you were assigned through the CRM that's going to do the automated follow-ups. If anybody replies to those text message numbers, it'll be added into your CRM. But
okay.
the number for them to get in contact with us or update their info is a different one, which is the 833 number. The number that you just got is the consumer facing number. So if they unsubscribe for that, we can still hit them with the 833 number. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That's the one where the updates like, hey, go check your email. That's where those will come from. So if they reply stop to those, we can still get them with that 833 phone number.
But if they
follow up with
reply to this 6618 number, so what happened? Like
it goes in, reply to it.
Okay.
Go ahead and reply.
Okay. Let's say. So just reply with okay. The number.
See? So it shows you here that you just replied, right? So if you click on this,
If I want to quit, but I just replied okay. Yeah.
you okay right there. So in the CRM, it captured your reply.
Oh, okay. So it goes to the same place.
Now, yeah, now we can set up automation from their replies, right? And it goes on and on and on, and you can continually change and update this thing as time goes on.
Oh, okay.
But for now, we just want to get them to this point, right? So if you're sitting here in contacts and you have that reply, we can manage scoring. So then we can start to score the lead. If they reply to a text message, we add 10 points, right? We'll get into that later. But then when somebody hits like a level 7 or 8, then we know that they're, they've contacted us multiple times. They're about ready to close.
They really want to do it.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I just want to go to make sure that it's go to the same place, right? And we don't, we don't lose any contacts, that they send us or any text. But okay, perfect. No, it goes to the same place, so it will. It's great. Yeah.
All right.
All
Thank you so
right.
much. Bye, guys.
You guys
Thank
take it
you.
easy.
Thank
Okay,
you,
bye-bye.
Brian.
Yep. You guys have a good week or a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, bye.
Take it easy.